Whew. I think we broke them, Birds fans. I think this extended run of success, this extended run of excellence by the Philadelphia Eagles of all teams, a fan base of which they're still talking about snowballs at Santa 65 years after it happened. We've utterly and completely broken the entire sports media. Here is this is only about 30 seconds, but this is a wild take. And it got me thinking about what the Eagles have been like, not just for, since the Nick Foles Super Bowl, but this century and what that's been like because now we're not just going after the Eagles and the locker room and all that because AJ Brown's unhappy. AJ Brown wants out of Philadelphia. AJ Brown doesn't like Jalen Hurts. We're not just going after Jalen Hurts as a bad quarterback. Jalen Hurts can't lead. The locker room doesn't like Jalen Hurts. Can't play under center. Can't throw over the middle and on and on and on. No, now we are going after the Eagles for something they are actually known for in a positive light, something that has been built in Philadelphia. And we're going to take that away now, too. We're going to target that. And when I say we, I'm talking about, of course, places like ESPN.
Bill, what do you think about what you've been hearing here?
Well, in addition to my primary job as a fake trade expert, my side job is doctor. And as a doctor of psychology for the Philadelphia Eagles, they need a culture change. Bringing in Max Crosby to that building, to that room where everybody was mad and angry and upset last year, I feel like is the logical place to go. It's a risk, no question, but it's the kind of risk Howie Roseman likes to take. I think by November, Max Crosby and Big Dom are going to be hosting a podcast together.
Oh,
wow. They need a culture change. Really? You're going after the Eagles about a culture change? Yeah, I gotta gather thoughts on that. That is absolutely wild. And I'll set aside the Max Crosby stuff because there's still obviously rumors flying around about him still maybe ending up in Philadelphia. This is one of the dumbest takes I've ever heard. I mean, this is terrible. The Eagles may have here's the thing, man. I'll go straight to the top. Do I agree with every movie he's ever made? No, I don't think anybody ever agrees with everything from anybody. But we have had one of the best owners in sports since Jalen Hurts. Sorry, but they're always going after him. It's on my mind. Since Jeff Lurie bought the team, period, hands down, some of the best, if not the best, ownership in sports, absolutely in the NFL. Would you rather have Jerry Jones? Would you rather have the clown in Washington or New York? Come on now. And that is where all of it starts with the stability. Maybe the most stable franchise in the NFL, always focused on winning. That's the culture here, big guy. The Philadelphia Eagles are focused on winning. Let me know. Give me 10, give me 5, 3 organizations that have done what Philadelphia has done. I'll give you the Patriots, although I don't know how stable they were in that winning, but over the past 25 years, right? This century. I'll wait. Anyone got it? I mean, the Patriots, maybe the Steelers, possible. But, and look, I am one of the first people to say the Donovan McNabb era, they underperformed. I think that is an era that should have had at least one Super Bowl title, even if it was just the game they entered. Right? I mean, that was a game the Eagles absolutely should have won. It was there for the taking, and Donovan was too busy dealing with his hangover and throwing up on the field. But even so, 4 NFC championships, always going to the playoffs, NFC championship games, 1 Super Bowl appearance, always going to the playoffs, right? Then we had, we have a few, we've had some down years. Every single team does. Even the Patriots. To look at the gap between, I think, Tom Brady's first 3 Super Bowls and then that next Super Bowl win. He had like 2 runs in there, but even the Patriots had times when they weren't going to playoffs, and they also had maybe the easiest division in football for a long stretch of time. Ours isn't great at times, but it always comes roaring back. And then, of course, 2018 rolls around. Nick Foles, that was a fantastic team, Super Bowl win. Now, since then, we've been to 3 Super Bowls. We've won 2 Super Bowls. I believe we're the only team in the NFL to go to the playoffs every single year the past 5 years, and to go to 2 Super Bowls, and to win a Super Bowl. Don't sit here and talk to me about culture and that the culture needs to change. Again, that may be one of the absolutely dumbest takes on sports, and I know there are a lot of them. I get it, especially when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, but this is a really, really bad one. Now, look, every team's got its malcontents every now and then. Every team has issues now and then. And look, we have a mean girl, teen girl drama head coach without a doubt. We've got a diva wide receiver who likes drama as well. So we've got some excitement every now and then. But that in and of itself is not the culture of the organization. The culture of the organization starts with Jeffrey Lurie, and then it goes to Howie Roseman, and it's top down from there. And despite everyone and how much they hate it, it's Jalen Hurts as well. Isn't it interesting now that there was kind of a down year for the Eagles and this talk? Thank you, Diana Rossini. Thank you, Dirty Diana. Thank you, concubine of the NFL. This talk about this drama with AJ Brown and them all, despite it never being hinted at, other than from them, that it's all about Jalen Hurts. Media manufactured drama, right? That is what that is. That is never. And my point I was getting to is, previous to this year, the way Jalen Hurts carries himself, the way that he conducts himself, it was always seen as a positive, right? He's steady. He doesn't get too high. He doesn't get too low. He's stoic, right? He's focused on winning. He's calm. He's composed. These are all great qualities. Now those same qualities are being bashed by these same media fools who were saying that they were positives just last year. Can't make this shit up, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate you being here. Smash the like button. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I will let me know in the comments your thoughts on all this. Eagles need culture. Do we need a culture change, y'all? I'll talk to you